What's going on, guys? Just going to give you guys a little view of the fertilizer that I use. This is the stuff that I treat my customers' lawns with. You know, the different numbers, what they mean, and different types of fertilizer, stuff like that. And, you know, basically, you know, just the cost effectiveness of, you know, buying fertilizer, you know, from a wholesale commercial place, you know, rather than like a Home Depot and stuff like that. As you see, I just bought in bulk. Actually, I bought 14 bags. I got 6 bags on my truck for tomorrow. It's been raining like crazy over here in the Northeast, so we got it loaded in the truck. But this is the stuff that I'm going to use for my June fertilizations. It's a 2204. Now, if you guys don't know what these numbers mean, this first number is usually the highest. That is your nitrogen. Your second is your phosphate, and your third is your potassium. Now, 22 is a pretty high amount of nitrogen. The most you'll find in Home Depot and Lowe's is your 18 right here. I like to use the 18 early in the season. This is your right here, 1803. So it's 18% nitrogen, 0% phosphate, and 3% potassium. So, you know, this is something that, this is like the most you'll find in, you know, Home Depot and Lowe's. This number, anyway, the first number, nitrogen. Now, nitrogen is a very important part of fertilizer. That's the part of the fertilizer that makes your grass really green. It makes it really thick. You know, sometimes you go to lawns and you're like, man, that is some thick grass. Or, man, that is the greenest grass I ever seen. And nitrogen plays a big part in that. So the higher number here is the biggest percentage of what is in your fertilizer. So in this particular bag, you got 18%, which is a great amount. And, you know, it's a good amount. It's all you really need. But, you know, some different properties, you know, the high-end properties or the properties that have been getting fertilized for years, you know, can go up a little bit, make it a little bit greener. And what's good about this stuff, this 2204, it has the Miller Gannet in it. Now, this is the stuff that you can buy Home Depot and Lowe's. It's really good. They use it on golf courses and all that stuff. This is an organic substance. You know, it's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know, I'm not going to get into how it's made, but it has something to do with, you know, the way the water is treated and sewage is, you know, osmosis type stuff or whatever. And, you know, from the, you know, like the Miller Brewing Companies up there in Milwaukee, and it does something, the water from Lake Michigan. Anyway, there's this, the byproduct of the cleaning process makes this stuff right here, the Miller Gannet, and it's a great, great addition for any lawn. I mean, I used to buy it just, you know, without, I mean, this is the first time that my my dealer has gotten this stuff with it already in the fertilizer. I'm sure they make them, maybe even at Home Depot and Lowe's, but I'm very psyched about this 2204 that I just got. Like I said, I got 14 bags of it. Now, the thing about the wholesale, I go to a wholesale fertilizer, and, you know, you go to Home Depot and Lowe's, you're paying $45, $50 for, you know, a 50-pound bag of fertilizer. And the quality of it is, you know, it's, you know, you hear the commercials, Scott's and Pennington's. We got this, we got that. I mean, they're good. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and bash people who use it and stuff. I've used it too in the past, you know. I mean, it works fine. But, you know, spend $45 on that, or to spend $20 a bag on, you know, this professional type of fertilizer that, you know, I'm sure all you guys out there, if you're watching this, have a wholesale fertilizer dealer near you. You know, like right here, this is an 85 pound of grass seed. Now, 85 pounds. you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, I was looking, Scott's grass seed, 3-pound bag, $16. Pennington's, 3-pound bag, $14. Man, I got this whole big bag of grass seed, tall fescue. I mean, I've done so many patchwork, so much, patchwork with this grass seed. I still got, and actually I did someone's little lawn, one of these 50 by 100 lots up here in the Northeast. I pretty much ripped all the old grass out, put some topsoil down, and threw down the seed. And, like I said, I still got so much seed left. I mean, I go through maybe a bag and a half of this season. $80, I'm done. For one bag. I usually buy another one. So, but then the rest of it lasts me for next year, to start the season off and stuff. But, you wanna stay away from the Home Depot and Lowe's way to buy seed and stuff. But I'm just gonna get back to these numbers here. Real quick. Like I said, I like to use the 18 in the early season out and go into the 2204. Like I said, this has the Milligana in it. Right into the fertilizer. It's great. I can't wait to get out there and lay it down and see what it does. But you get back to the numbers. This is your nitrogen. Like I was saying, this was what makes your grass real green and, real thick and all that. It's a very important part. So look for this number. You want it to be, I wouldn't say it's high. You don't want it too high. So you have 2505. This is for, I use this on like 3 or 4 lawns that are just these high-end properties where it's been fertilized for years. And, can afford, it can take it. The soil's been fertilized. The roots and everything in the soil is just used to fertilization. So I can throw down a higher nitrogen down. So, this stuff, you don't want to play with this. You put this on a lawn that's really never been fertilized before, you're going to burn the shit out of it. It's going to be yellow. So, you got to work your way up to, some of these, because, you really can't buy these type of fertilizers in the store. So you want to be careful for anyone who plans on maybe going to a wholesale place, commercial dealer for who sells this kind of stuff. But, anyway, the 22 is the nitrogen, the 0, the phosphate. That's very important for the roots of the grass. You know what I'm saying? It's usually is 0 on a lot of fertilizers. The Scotts, the Penningtons. This stuff is Reed and Perrin Pro Series professional turf fertilizer. They use this stuff a lot on golf courses and stuff. But, Milligana, Milligana, and if anyone wants to correct me in the way I say it, feel free. But I read it like it sounds. Milligana. So Milligana is great. Golf courses use that stuff all the time. It's a great product, but when I'm trying to explain this here. Yeah, I totally got off track here. Hold on. Anyway, so getting back to these numbers here. I had a little phone call that I had to take there. It was coming on my phone. So I kind of got off track, but I had to answer it. So anyway, yeah, so the 0 number you're going to find a lot on a lot of these fertilizers. Sometimes you'll see 2, you'll see 5. That's important when you're just starting out with a lawn. You kind of want this number because this gets the soil and the roots of the grass, makes it real healthy. So you got the nitrogen here, what makes it green and thick. And your last one is potassium. That is for the whole health of the grass. It gives it the nutrients. It gives it, to help against, drought and all that stuff. Just makes it real healthy, And, when it doesn't rain for like 2 or 3 weeks and it's really hot, you'll see a lot of lawns start to brown. The potassium is something that kind of really protects your grass. So, it's good to have a high number there. But they're usually all in ratio, the Reed and Perrine fertilizers are mostly like that. I don't know about the Penningtons and the Scotts type stuff, but you see 1803. So then you go up to 22. It goes up to 4, the potassium. It's kind of like a ratio. Then you got the 25, and then it goes to 5. But yeah, that's basically, this is the stuff I use. I've had great success with it. You know, like I said, the cost effectiveness going this route is just, it's amazing. Like, you know, what I got there, just to do a little math, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags there. So those 5 bags, $20 a piece, cost me $100. I usually get between 75 and 100 per fertilization. You know, I don't do anything less than 75. So out of a $20 bag, you know, we'll average it out to maybe $80. Just, you know, to make it an even number. But, you know, 80, 160, 8 times 3, 24, 32, 400. So, like I said, I'm a little out of it. I should have just did 8 times 5, but of course, I'm a landscaper, so my brains are a little shot. But, you know, so I spent $100 on fertilizer here, and I'm going to make $400 on it. I'll probably make a little bit more, because like I said, I do 100. You know, I do some $90 ones. It's all based on the size of the property, of course. But you know, these bags are huge, and you know, you look at, you know, like right here. Let me see. Yeah, this one does 20. These all are 50-pound bags. They cover 2,500 square feet. I mean, these are big bags. These. Pretty much one bag is going to do almost every property that you have. I mean, unless you got these 1-acre properties, but I've done almost, you know, half-acre properties with just one bag, and, you know, spread perfectly. But you got to remember, you see a half-acre lot, you got to take off for the house, you got to take off for the driveway, you got to take away from, you know, the flowers, the trees. Then they got a deck in the back, a patio, they got the walkway in the front. So a 1-acre lot, you know, it's not going to have an actual acre of property on it. So, you know, 12,500 square feet is a lot of, you know, footage to cover. I mean, this stuff covers a lot of land, to make it simple. So, yeah, this is just, you know, a quick little view into the stuff I use. Like I said, all fertilizer is good. You can go to Home Depot and Lowe's and get their stuff, and you know, it's gonna work. It's gonna work fine. You know, just make sure those nitrogen levels are, you know, no less than 18 if you could. That really is the building block of fertilizer, is the first number. It's the nitrogen. You know, the other two are very important. I don't want to put any of that down. And this stuff, the milliorganic, is great stuff. You could buy that. It's like $8, $9 a bag. You can get that at Home Depot and Lowe's. It's just going to come as milliorganic. It's not going to be, you know, mixed with anything. And they might, I don't know, they might actually make that into a fertilizer, you know. I don't know. I haven't really looked at fertilizers in Lowe's or Home Depot in a while. But, you know, just if you have a wholesale fertilizer guy by you, I check it out because they sell good stuff. And if you can get this brand right here, it's a great brand. I've been using these guys now for 3 years. I've had great success out of them. You know, they might sell a different brand at your wholesale place, you know, your commercial store where you can pick up this stuff. But here in Northeast, you got to show them your driver's license. You got to show them your business license to get this stuff. I don't know what it is in your state, but here, this is the way, you know, we have to do it to get this stuff. Like I said, you're not going to really find above 18. You know, this is pretty much as high as they go in the Home Depot and the Lowe's and stuff. But once you go to like a professional, you know, turf fertilizer place, you know, you can go up a little bit. But these you got to use very carefully. Not so much this one, but definitely this one. But any questions or comments or anything, just let me know. All right, guys. Catch you soon.